Right.
Okay.
There we go.
Oops. Yep.
Okay.
We are
so
good.
Today, I'm here with Brian. That way. Here
okay. Now we're good to go. Sorry about that. Just trying out the new video introduction that we have. So we will get started, and I will bring, we have some guests with us today, so we'll bring those up first and then explain what we are doing. Okay. So we have Rowena. Oh, I'm going to have to take our this off because you can't see us. There we go. I've got OJ with us today from the OZY Youth Choir, and two of the what do you call yourselves? Singers? Yeah. I've got Rowena and Zoe joining us as well. Now, the OZY Youth Choir has an exciting project happening like in the next 24 hours with the Aussies and Kiwis for Anzacs, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But first, we might just have a quick chat about what the OZY Youth Choir is and how you guys all got involved with it. So do you want to start with that, OJ?
Sure. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on. It's very special to be partnering with you guys for Anzac Day 2020. So the OZY Youth Choir Honouring Defence Service was born out of a project for the centenary of Anzac, which was one of 9 recruitment marches that went through New South Wales and Queensland in 1915, and we reenacted the Kangaroo March that and walked from Wagga through to Campbelltown. So that's kind of how it all got started. I was on the organising committee and the education and music director, and my passion was to help bring young people together to commemorate, but also to support veteran and defence families wherever they were posted. So all those years ago, I started an online choir. And at the time, everyone said, what is an online choir? And that will never work. And how do you do that? But we've been successfully doing that for a number of years now. And we're more than a choir. We're a music. We bring music and history together to inspire and develop young leaders. So at our foundation, we're a leadership program. And I've got 2 of our amazing young leaders here on the call with me tonight. So they might want to share a little bit about some of their experiences with the choir rather than hearing my voice all night. But it's been a great ride.
So OJ tells me, Zoe, that you are one of the longest serving members of the choir. So how did you find out, or how did you come in contact with it, and like what has it done for you?
Yeah, well, I went back in 2014. I was only 10. My school choir, my music teacher said, there's this thing happening on Saturday at the RSL club. It's a choir. They're doing a kangaroo march. You can go down if you want, don't if you want. And I showed up, and pretty much I've just been along for the ride. So yeah. And the choir for me is just so special because I've made so many amazing friends, so many friends that I wouldn't have made otherwise, and just the connections that are made are so just really awesome.
Did you have a connection with Anzacs prior to joining the choir, or is it something that you've now learnt about?
Yeah, so definitely something I've learnt about. And as I've gone through the choir, I've discovered that I know that the schools that I've went to are really quite poor in the way that they teach us about Anzac Day and like conduct Anzac Day services. So through the choir, I've learnt so much about how important it is to remember like that sacrifice that was made so many years ago, and that how it is still so important. So yeah.
Excellent. And how long have you been with the choir? Oh, so 2014 you said.
14, so probably about 4 or 5 years.
Wow. And Rowena, how did you come across it?
So I actually learnt about the choir through a friend who invited me to come and join them. She knew that I had a passion for music, and so she was like, "You should meet OJ. You should meet OJ." So I did, and that was back in 2016. So I've been part of the choir for about 4 years now, which has been amazing.
Excellent. And did you have a connection with Anzac, an understanding of it prior, or is it for you a new thing, like a learning experience for you as well?
Look, I think before I joined the choir, like I would always march on Anzac Day and attend the Anzac Day services, but it never meant that much. I kind of knew what it was about, knew what was going on, but through the choir, it's really given me such an emotional connection to it. I've learned about family members that I never realized lost their lives during the wars, and I've just developed so much more of a connection to Anzac Day and to that remembrance, which is awesome.
Excellent. That's really cool, and I love that little segue into the fact that that you've marched on Anzac Day every year, because that is the whole reason that the Aussies and Kiwis for Anzac movement started like 3 weeks ago, mainly because the government has said there's been no commemoration services, and sorry, whilst we're all fully aware of why and we understand why, it was brilliant that a few people could get together and sort of go, well, wait a minute, we can still commemorate, but we have to do it differently. And so that's where we started. And then about a week ago, we started talking to OJ about having the Aussie Youth Choir be part of it. So I'm going to put the big screen up, OJ, and can you talk us through, or either of any of you, can you talk us through what we are looking at and what the plan is?
Sure. So we've got a very exciting project that we're doing as part of the Driveway at Dawn, a service initiative, and that is to have a virtual choir mashup video of a couple of different songs. And there's a couple of other projects that we're working on with you guys as well, which will come out in due course. In the meantime, what we need everyone to do, so we're looking for school groups, school age young people, choirs, musicians, to come and join with us for this virtual mashup video, video project. So there's actually 3 videos that we're working on. We've got 3 songs. We've got the Australian National Anthem, the New Zealand National Anthem, and Waltzing Matilda. So I'm sure most of your listeners, and certainly our listeners, will be familiar with at least one of those songs. And if you would like to be part of that virtual mashup, what you need to do is go to, I think the links are up on all of our pages. So you can just go click on the link to register. But if you can't find that, you can just go to our website, www.oyc.org.au, and go to the little hamburger that you see on the screen, the 3 lines at the top, your top left of the screen, and go down to Anzac Day 2020, which T is doing now. And then there'll be a little, if you scroll down to the bottom of that, there is a link where you can register to be part of the virtual choir. So you click on that link and it will bring up a little registration page that you can then just put in just some details, your name and email address and the best contact phone number. So if we need to, we can contact you about it. And once you've registered, it will take you to another screen, which I think Tia has prepared earlier. Hopefully.
Okay.
So
go to the other screen, sorry.
That's all right. So once you've registered, it does take you to a special link, which has some guidelines on how to get involved. So if you're going to do a video, we need it to be a certain quality and we need it to be a certain way, just so that it works with the mashup. So read the guidelines, and of course, wear what you would normally wear to an Anzac Day service. So if you're a member of our choir, obviously you're going to be in choir uniform, but you know, if you normally have another uniform that you wear, or you have medals, either your own or a family member's medals, please wear those. And you can see Rowena's there. She's our guide video. So you can see how your video should sound when you've done that. And if you scroll a bit further down there, Tia, you'll see that there are links to guide tracks and lyric sheets. So I strongly recommend that you use those assets in that page, because we want to make sure that everyone is singing exactly the same words and is exactly in time. So that's really important if we're going to put a virtual choir video together. Once you have recorded your video, you'll then need to upload that video. So make sure you save the URL when you get to this page. Save that URL as a favorite, or copy and paste it into your notes, because you'll need to come back, and once you've recorded your video or videos, upload them. You'll see upload Advance Australia Fair here, upload God Defend New Zealand here, and then I think a bit further down, upload Waltzing Matilda here. And that will take you to an upload request file. So you'll just need to click on that and then drop your file into there. And of course, if you've got a family that wants to do it together, you can either film yourselves all doing it together, or you might want to, you know, it might be a family affair, or you might want to do it individually. That's up to you how you do it. So once we've got all those in, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of time to pull this together. It's all happened, as Tia said, in the last, well, it's really the last couple of days at this virtual choir project. And the choir, in partnership with Aussies and Kiwis for Anzacs, we've decided to open up the invitation to anyone who would like to be part of this video as part of the Driveway at Dawn initiative and other initiatives happening on Anzac Day this year. So you've only got till Thursday. So by the end of Thursday, we need to have all of those videos in so that we can have time to do the mashup and have it ready on the right platforms for the day.
Excellent. Now, Rowena, I noticed that in your trial video you had headphones on. Now, why is it important that we use headphones when we do our track?
Okay, so the way that I did it, I had my headphones on and I actually had the backing track playing into my headphones. So my laptop, which wasn't actually connected to anything, could pick up only my voice. This is really important because otherwise, in the audio, in the video that you send in, there will be your voice, but also the backing track, which can sound very murky. So really all you want is a video of just your voice. Can be a little strange, but the way that I did it was I had the backing tracks on my phone. So I played them off my phone and then just videoed it from my laptop. But it's really important that you just have your voice so you can get the best quality sound.
Yeah, it's really daunting when you do that. I did one for church last week and it was really weird. I'm fine in a crowd, but just my voice was a bit freaky. So
it is. And can I just make a little suggestion? If you're not used to doing that, and even the professionals do this, is just take one, like if you're wearing headphones or I've got AirPods in, you might want to just take one out so that you can hear your actual voice in the room, but you can still hear the music playing, so you can stay in time, because it's important to get the exact timing of the words and the music together. So if you've got headphones like Ro, you might want to put one just off your ear so that you can actually hear
see
your
me
voice.
doing that in the video. Yeah,
yeah.
I've done that so you can see that I'm half and half. But I was going to say something, but now I've forgotten. It's all right.
That helps. Well, that helps you be able to hear your voice to stay in tune, because sometimes, you know, I don't know if you've ever heard anyone walking along the road singing their heart out because they've got their earphones in. Most of the time they're not in tune because they can't really hear themselves. They think they can hear themselves, but they're only hearing their inside voice, not their outside voice. So if you just, you know, take one off, or if you've got the, you know, headphones with a cord, just take one out, just have one in is my suggestion to get the best outcome for the video.
Excellent. Okay, I think so. I think that's sort of covered all bases, hasn't it? Zoe, can I ask you another question? Like,
Yeah.
with this youth choir, where has it taken you?
Oh, all over the world. So in 2018, we went to France, and we did a tour of the Western Front. And that was really, really special and quite emotional at points. Yeah, singing in the Western Front as soldiers would have 105 years ago, it was almost quite eerie at some points. But yeah, when you're in that physical place and singing where they would have sung, I don't know, it's something else that you can't really, it's just too special to describe, I feel like.
We've got some photos of that in the video that we're going to finish with, I think.
Yeah.
And I did hear today that that a lady that I've heard sing, she's quite a special lady. She sang "You Are My Sunshine" to the farmers. She came out to meet my local Dilly Drought Drive farmers late last year, and tells us that she always finishes with a song. So do one of you want to tell everyone who that is and how she's now connected to your choir?
So you can if you want
to. That's very topical, Tia, because that we actually literally just got off a call from her. So one of the girls might want to. Ro hasn't said much. Come on, Ro, you tell us.
So the patron of the choir is Her Excellency Mrs. Hurley, so the Governor General's wife. And yeah, we actually just finished a call with her this afternoon, which was really special. She really takes the time to check in with the choir, to see how we're going, to encourage us. She loves to sing, and her passion is so evident in the way that she speaks to us and the advice that she gives. So it was really awesome to be able to speak to her and see how she's going and what she's doing to pass the time in while she's kind of stuck inside as we are, but also to see the music that she's been working on as well in collaboration with OJ. So that was awesome.
That's amazing, isn't it? She, Her Excellency Mrs. Hurley, is truly a special woman. It's definitely, meeting her is one of my good memories from sort of last year, in amongst all the weather issues that we had last year, which, you know, have now eased, and now we're on to some very different times. Okay, now deadline. When does the video have to be in by at the absolute very latest?
Well, look, as early as possible would be great. If you can get it in tomorrow, awesome work. But we are extending the deadline out to Thursday, just to give you that extra day. If you need to have a little bit of a practice, or you need to have an extra go through, or your first one doesn't work out or something, but as early as you can on Thursday. We will probably start looking at the videos coming in tomorrow, and then really by, you know, Friday morning, we're probably not going to be able to accept any more. So make sure you get them in as early as possible so you don't miss out. So
after this, if people want to join, if youth want to join the choir, how do they do that?
Yes. So I should just say that by being involved in the videos, the virtual choir, you will need to accept our terms and conditions to be a project, you know, a one-off temporary member of the choir. But if you want to join us, we have lots of fun, don't we, girls? We do online weekly music lessons and singing, and we have an in-house personal trainer who keeps us all fit and does leadership challenges online. And if you want to join our choir family, you can go onto the front page of our website and it says join us. Just click there and you'll be able to read a little bit, yes, or go in. We're just having a look at that now. Go in, hit the join us button. And for those in New South Wales, we are a Creative Kids approved provider. So to become a member of our choir in New South Wales, if you want to use your Creative Kids voucher, it actually doesn't cost anything. So how amazing is that if you use your Creative Kids voucher? And that joins our Peace Choir, which is the first level of our choir. So if you want to get involved, it's very well priced. If you're outside of New South Wales, it works out about $1 a day to be part of the choir. And of course, we get to do some pretty amazing things. Rowena, maybe you can say just quickly a couple of things that have been your highlights. Of course, the Western Front's one of them, but
of course, yeah. Look, it's so hard being part of the choir for 4 years. I have so many memories. I sung on the Invictus Games stage. I've met some incredible people through doing that. I've been able to sing overseas. I've actually kickstarted my own music career through the opportunities that I've had with the choir, which is absolutely incredible. It's given me a foothold that I would never have had without knowing the choir and being part of it. So it's really invaluable. The opportunities that you get are absolutely insane.
So your very first, before you do that, can I just say, Ro just brushes over this, but Ro, can you just share your very first performance was where when you joined the choir?
It was in the Hot Potato Studios, which is where the Wiggles actually record all of their music. That was the first thing I ever did with the choir, and it set the bar very high, and I will tell you, the choir has not disappointed.
So we give young people, especially in regional and rural areas, opportunities that they wouldn't normally have, and we're always looking for ways to help them with their careers and give them once in a lifetime opportunities. So we're always looking for that.
And that's Australia-wide, isn't it? It's not just in Sydney, it's statewide and Australia-wide, isn't
well,
it?
actually, because we are an online choir, we have now breached the borders of Australia, and we're an international online choir. We've got a school partner in Rouen, France, that we're hoping will also be involved in our Anzac Day events. And we have a New Zealand member. So, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can actually be part of the choir. So, if you're an Aussie living overseas, or, a Kiwi, or, wherever you are in the world, you can join us and be part of the choir family.
Wow, that's amazing. And speaking to Zoe and Ro, very articulate, and I'm really impressed that that kids so young can, we threw them onto this today. I don't know whether they realise that that our reach is like 1 million people, and that there are at least between all the groups that we've shared it to today already, there's like 300,000 people that follow our pages combined. And you guys were awesome, very articulate and very confident, and that's amazing. I love to see that in our kids, and I love to see it in ourselves, because I know a few years ago I wasn't anywhere near as confident on screen and microphone as I am now. But to see it in some so young, that's beautiful to see. So congratulations.
Well, that's part of thank you. And that is part of our program. We do deliberately teach our young people, front to camera. They've been at the War Memorial in the recording studios with the green screen. And if you look on our YouTube channel, we don't have a lot of videos, but the ones there that have, been filmed at the War Memorial, and, so they've had filming experience. official music, filming official music videos, speaking to the media. We give them performance skills to stand on stage. So that's all part of the training that you get when you join our choir. So it's all part of it, isn't it, girls?
Yeah,
definitely. And it's also just a really safe space to do that. I know I'm a bit of I'm not lacking in confidence, but it's really helped to like a lot of other people that I know in the choir, I've seen them grow over the years and be able to speak out confidently and be proud of what they're doing. And it's a really safe space to do that. There's no judgment whatsoever. It doesn't matter if you mess up. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's a really great place for people to learn that.
Yeah, and if we've got any defence or veteran families on the line, we have a number of defence and veteran families who either are or have been members over the years, and we love to invite you in to be part of us, and give your young people a place to belong, regardless of where they're posted in the world. They can stay part of the choir family.
Okay, you're going to have to just guide me again. Where's the video?
Oh, the video. Okay, if you just close that box at the top,
Yep.
the little X.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you just close that, it should take you back to the home page. So, and then if you scroll right to the top of the page, take that little box away.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to. Okay, so you're in the Join Us. So you need to go home. So click up in the little hamburger. Oh yeah, here you go. Welcome, and just scroll down, and the video should just be right there. Oh no, not there. Hit the X. Sorry, you're already at home. We'll get there.
Ah, found it. This is what I'm looking for.
There you go.
Can I say thank you very much, girls and OJ, for joining us on our Aussies and Kiwis for Anzac's live stream this evening. And I can't wait to see the project and how it pans out. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
you for having us on.
Thank you.
Sorry, Zoe.
No worries. Thank you very much. And we will finish with this, and I'm sure we'll be eagerly looking out for Zoe and Rowena in the video. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
Okay.